Alright guys, what is going on? My name is Pipe Bomb City and welcome to today's video guys where I'm going to be discussing a few possible returning Royal Rumble 2016 entrants. None of this is known for sure guys, I'm just going to be making some predictions based on events that have already occurred. But be sure to check my Instagram at instagram.com/pipebombcity. Be sure to subscribe and like this video guys. We're just going to jump right into things here guys. This is not a surprise entrant video. So no surprise returns. I'm talking about guys that are going to be returning, that have been wrestling in recent years and that have a chance of coming back. A surprise entrant, though, none of those like Brian Kendrick or the fucking Bunny, Christian, no surprise entrants. I mean, I'm talking about guys that have wrestled recently, and have been on TV at least in the past 2 or 3 years, but we're just gonna jump into this guys with number one, and number one is going to be Batista. Batista hasn't been in WWE for a while now, ever since Payback 2014, the Raw after Payback 2014. After his failure of the Royal Rumble 2014, he went on to do his own thing, and after WrestleMania, he reformed Evolution with Randy Orton and Triple H, and they had a rivalry with the Shield. That rivalry ended, and then Batista left, all right? And that was the last we saw of Batista other than from 2010. So Batista, guys, I don't know how I feel about Batista. Batista, I used to be a big fan of him, but nowadays I think that it's fucking old. I just don't want to see Batista anymore, but it is possible that he could be returning. He is currently working on a movie. He says that he has planned to make a return to WWE, but then he got caught up with the movie and canceled that. But if you guys want Batista to return, that's your opinion. But personally, for me, I'm going to have to say a no to Batista. I do not want Batista to come back. But if he does anyway, I think it'd be a pretty good pop from the crowd. Or he would get booed out of the building. I don't fucking know. Next person I want to say was Daniel Bryan. We haven't heard of Daniel Bryan in a long time, ever since earlier in last year where he was the Intercontinental Champion. But that was kind of it, before that, he was still injured, and then he won the WWE World title, But Bryan, I love Bryan. I think it'd be a great return, but I don't know how the fans would react if he got eliminated. Like, the guy, the last year was his year to win, but I feel like 2016 is not his year to win, if you understand. I love Bryan almost as much as anybody, but still, I mean, last year was the guy's year to win the Rumble, and he didn't. But this year, I don't think this is Daniel Bryan's year. We haven't seen him in at least for 6 months of action since, I hate saying that. I sound like fucking Michael Cole, except on steroids. That's how I fucking sound. Oh God. Okay. But Daniel Bryan, guys, I felt like when he returned to action last year, it was all hype, a bit less than the year before, but that's gonna happen, and then in 2013, that was like the last year where he was full-time wrestling, for more than 6 months. But lately, there hasn't been much talk of Bryan. I can't remember the last time anybody really talked about him in the WWE. Of course, on the internet, everyone loves fucking Daniel Bryan. Everyone goes crazy for him. But I'm talking about in the actual business. I feel like they haven't really mentioned his name. That's fine. I don't really have anything against that. I don't know if his career is over. I would hope that it's not, but I don't really know how that's going to go because the guy, he was the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Okay, we all know that. Then he got injured for a long time, all right? And then, even after that, the guy came back, won the Intercontinental title, and then got injured again. So, I mean, and the doctors aren't clearing him, I guess. But I don't know about that. They could have cleared him, but there's still talk. I think he did post something on Twitter where he said something like, be sure to make sure. Okay, I have no idea what the fuck I'm saying. Daniel Bryan posted someone on Twitter at WWE, when am I going to make my return? And then he said something on Instagram where he took a screenshot of, AJ Styles and the Bullet Club and those guys, all four of them, who were signed by WWE recently, and he said, when am I going to get to return to action so I can face these guys? So, I mean, that'd be great. Honestly, I would love for Daniel Bryan to come back. I don't know why he's not back yet. If the guy gets injured a third time, I think it's clear to say that the guy needs to stop. Of course, injuries, they always happen. It's just part of the WWE. But lately, there's just been so fucking many. I feel like they really do need a bigger name now. You know what I'm saying? That's all I got to say for Daniel Bryan. Next is going to be Sting. Sting could return. I have no idea what happened to Sting. His shoulder got injured, I think. And the guy's just overall, not to be a dick, but he's kind of old, Nothing against him. That's just what happens. I'm not going to hate on him. But, I mean, I don't really know how I feel about this because you really got to look at the big picture here. And you got to say, is Sting with the fans? Because I don't fucking know if he is or not. It's a confusing fucking process. I don't know how you guys feel about Sting. Personally, I feel like he's the same as the fucking Undertaker. I'm not a fan of him, I've had enough of him. The guy is too old to be doing what he's doing. Everybody knows this. They had a chance to make Sting a somebody in WWE, and they failed to, losing to Rollins, completely just botching and losing all to Rollins, And then at WrestleMania, Triple H fucking buried his ass. What's canoe? But, guys, I mean, I don't know what's wrong with Sting, Again, he has an injury in his shoulder, I think, and overall just his age. But I think it would be a good reaction for the crowd, you know what I'm saying? Up next, we have Randy Orton. All right, Randy Orton is a similar situation. He injured his shoulder taking out the garbage, okay? Sorry for laughing at that. That's a dick move. But still, Randy Orton, guys, 2015 was not his year. 2014, 2013, Randy Orton, other than like 2012 and 2015, I feel like all of the years of his career were pretty damn good. But this year, last year, as I said, it was not that good. He didn't really do anything. Most of his matches were kind of dull. No offense to the guy. His match with Seth Rollins at WrestleMania was definitely in my top 15 for greatest matches last year. But if you look at the big picture, that year for Randy Orton was not his best. We can all admit that. It wasn't that good. At the beginning of the year, he was kind of doing something when his feud with Seth Rollins, but after WrestleMania, it just kind of all ended. He had a feud with Sheamus. That was bullshit, but that was kind of it. That was Randy Orton's year in 2015. Other than that, he didn't really do shit, I mean, me personally, I'm not a big fan of Randy. I mean, I would love to watch his matches, but still, overall, I'm not a fan of Randy Orton. But I still think it'd be a good idea to put him in the Royal Rumble. I think he recently said something on Twitter. I'm just fucking talking about Twitter, I guess, this whole video now. But on Twitter, I think he did post something that he was feeling better now, rehab and all that shit, and he's ready to get back in the ring pretty soon, That could be a little tease to get back into the Rumble this year. I think that'd be a great start, even if the guy gets eliminated. Hell, he doesn't even have to make it to the final 5 or whatever. The guy, overall, I think is good. But last year was not his year, and I feel like this year could be a new start. And now the final person I have to say is Brock Lesnar. Now, in my other video, I hope you all enjoyed that voice crackish, whatever the fuck that was. But if you guys didn't know, I made a video a few weeks. Actually, it was fucking last week. It was this fucking week. What am I talking about? Jesus Christ. I'm acting as old as fucking Sting. I don't know what's my problem today. But Brock Lesnar, guys. Brock Lesnar, I love Lesnar. I have all the people on this list, even Daniel Bryan and beating all those other guys. Brock Lesnar, I fucking love Lesnar. I felt like 2014 really established him, and I love Lesnar. I've watched all of his matches, in recent years, and I feel like the guy is an entertainer. He's a sports entertainer. He's exactly what Vince wants. The guy is not a pro wrestler. I'm not gonna lie and say that. Some of you guys can disagree with me, but the guy's not a pro wrestler. He's just a sports entertainer. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, John Cena is not a pro wrestler. He's a sports entertainer. You know, Roman Reigns. Okay, Roman Reigns is an acceptable case, I guess. But you guys get what I'm saying. Brock Lesnar still, despite not being the pro technical wrestler, I mean, the guy is technical. He could beat the shit out of everybody and be technical about it. But still, he's not exactly what all the internet fans love. But, I mean, trust me, I love Brock Lesnar. That guy, I would be happy if he returned to the Rumble. But as I said earlier in a video I made earlier this week, that I made a video, I've said video like 20 fucking times in the past 2 minutes. I don't know what's wrong with me. But it discussed possible options for who could win this year's Royal Rumble. And now I'm doing the returning entrance video. But Brock Lesnar was on that list, you know, because I felt like it was going to be Reigns, Triple H, or Lesnar, you know. Those were my main three. Lesnar, you know, if Lesnar wins, that'd be fucking awesome, because I would love to see Lesnar versus Reigns round fucking 2. That would be amazing. I don't care what anybody says if they don't want to see round 2. I would love that. Hopefully you guys would too, but personally for me, I would love that. I think that'd be great. And him returning, I think that'd get a huge pop out of everybody on this list other than Daniel Bryan. I feel like that would get a huge ass pop, for real. I would be loving it, sitting on my couch at home in Chicago. But still, Brock Lesnar, I would be the happiest to see him out of anybody. No offense to Orton, no offense to Bryan, no offense to all those other old guys, but still, I would appreciate if creative could do some huge ass thing where Lesnar comes back, you know? Anyways, guys, thank you so very much for watching. This is also Lesnar's coming back tomorrow on Raw, so he could be announcing that he's entering the Rumble. Anyways, guys, thank you so very much for watching. This is Pipe Bomb City. Be sure to check out my Instagram at instagram.com/PipeBombCity. Be sure to subscribe and like this video. Sorry, guys, that I was out of it today. I don't know what was wrong with me. Also, one tiny more thing. I did make a video, guys, that I thought was fucking hilarious. I wanted to try something new, and it was fucking copyrighted, so that sucks ass. I don't fucking know. But anyways, guys, thank you so very much for watching. This is Pipe Bomb City. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video despite the confusion. Thank you all so very much, and I will see you all later.